Let's talk about Xbox exclusives, as it looks like next year is going to be one of the best years for Xbox when it comes to exclusives. Let's look into this. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video I would like to talk about all the great games that are coming to Xbox next year. I will focus mainly on exclusive content, but I'll talk about some other games too, especially when it comes to Game Pass, right? Now, this year was actually pretty good for Xbox, especially after a very lackluster 2022, which had hardly any games really, especially when it comes to bigger games. 2023 was actually pretty good. We had Age of Empires 2 Definite Edition, then we had Hi-Fi Rush, we had Minecraft Legends, we had Redfall. Yes, I know, it was a flop, it wasn't really good, but apparently they fixed it. It's 60 frames per second now, and they improved gameplay, and there's more things to do in this game. Generally speaking, it's actually better, right? So you can go and try it again if you want. Then we got obviously Starfield and Forza Motorsport, really two of the biggest releases. Did I mention Hi-Fi Rush, which actually launched at the very beginning of this video? We also got a couple of Bethesda games that were on PlayStation, but only now they were released for Xbox. I think that was Ghostwire Tokyo that got published for Xbox, I think in March or April. And also we had a ton of other third-party games. I mean, generally speaking, this year, like content-wise, especially multi-platform content, was very good, right? I mean, Diablo and Spider-Man, it was like that wasn't multi-platform, but some other games anyway. But I want to focus on what's coming next year. So after very good 2023, 2024 is looking to be even better. Now, obviously, there's still some games that were planned for this year and got delayed, like Ark 2, for example, or Stalker 2. But nevertheless, they didn't come this year, so next year is going to be even better because of that, I guess. So let's talk about games that we know are coming, right? That have been already confirmed. So we know that we're going to get Towerborn and Ara History Untold probably early next year. So these are smaller, rather indie titles. I'm not sure about Ara because this is a strategy game, so it's about, it's actually difficult to say that that kind of game is like small indie title, but I think it doesn't have the biggest budget, if you know what I mean. But we are going to get like Towerborn, which is like a hack and slash, more like 2D game, and Ara History Untold. We know we're going to get Ark 2, which was originally planned for this year, but it's coming next year. I mean, you can actually play this game in early access on PC already, but it's not on Xbox just yet. Also, we're going to get, next Call of Duty. Now, that's not really exclusive, but the interesting thing about next Call of Duty, is that this is going to be a proper Xbox game this time around. So meaning that, Microsoft acquired Activision Blizzard King 3-4 weeks ago. So they will have some input in development of this game, if you know what I mean, right? So next Call of Duty is going to be under Xbox umbrella. It will have marketing rights for Xbox, and it probably will be in Game Pass too. So this is going to be a new thing, right? We know that Stalker 2 is coming, Hellblade 2 and Avowed. So these games have been confirmed for next year too. Also, we are still waiting for Fallout 4 update. And I don't really know how to approach this particular topic because Fallout 4 update, Fallout 4 is a rather older game. Now, this update apparently is supposed to bring some nice refreshment to this game, right? Now, whether that's going to be like, overhauled graphics or just high resolution. I don't know. Like, I guess this update would make no sense if it was just to bring high resolution and better frame rate, because this game is 4K already, and also it has FPS 60 frames per second FPS boost, right? So I guess it makes no sense just to bring better resolution and higher frame rate. So I would imagine that they will bring something more significant to, when it comes to with this update to this game, right? Whether I'm sure it's not really going to make this game brand new, but I guess if they would fix some issues, and if they bring both 4K and 60 at the same time with better textures and whatever, right? So who knows? So we are actually waiting for this update still. So that's next year too. Don't forget about Starfield DLC. So that's the story DLC. So the like new missions, that kind of stuff. So these are things that we know that are coming, right? They've been confirmed. Now let's talk about some games that should appear next year too. Plus some obviously surprises. So but just going by games we know are coming, I just counted 7 games, right? Now obviously not all of them are first party exclusives. One of them is multi-platform, really, because Call of Duty is going to be still multi-platform game, but that's all Xbox content, if you know what I mean, where either Xbox first party content or content in partnership with Xbox, mainly coming to Xbox exclusively, or to Game Pass, right? Like I said, Towerborn, Ara History Untold, Hellblade 2, Avowed, Stalker 2, next Call of Duty Arc 2. I mean, it's not Arc 2. Arc 2 has a name, but I forgot that name. And plus these updates, right? So, but I guess these are just updates for games that have already released, like Starfield DLC and Fallout 4. So that's the stuff we know is coming. Now, what about some other games? I was looking through some titles, and 2 days ago I made a video about Clockwork Revolution. Somehow I feel that this game may actually drop next year, because not only they dropped the trailer, and also Steam page is actually live for this game, but this game has been in development for a very long time, so I guess releasing this game like late next year could happen. I really do think that could happen. Also, I wanted to talk about 2 other games that I don't know whether they're going to release, just like I don't know whether Clockwork Revolution will release next year. But Contraband, you remember that title? That game was announced like 3 years ago, I think. Then we got we've heard quite a lot of rumors about this game. There were even some rumors that this game was supposed to release like last year. Obviously, that never happened. The game is in development. Apparently, they kind of rebooted this game a little bit when it comes to they kind of changed things around. So the game is still in development, but I don't really know whether it's going to be one of the next year games, really. South of Midnight. This one, I just added this to the list because that was one of the games they shared. They shown the gameplay. Well, that's the thing. They didn't even show proper gameplay. All they shown was just like a cutscene, I guess, from the game. So I guess maybe I shouldn't really put that here on the list. But you know what? Let me just cross it out, really, on second thought, really. So I don't think South of Midnight is coming next year. But Clockwork Revolution and Contraband, I mean, yeah, the Clockwork Revolution, we have even seen a little bit of gameplay in that trailer, right? So I think that Clockwork Revolution if anything, out of these two, so Contraband and Clockwork Revolution, I think that Clockwork Revolution has more chance of being released next year. So these are the titles that we know exist. We know they are in development, but there's also some other studios that are working on projects like Double Fine. Like, what the hell are they working on right now? I mean, they released Psychonauts 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I want to say. And what? Like, usually they work on like multiple projects. So yeah, I mean, I would not be surprised if they actually announced something very soon and release it next year too, right? But hey, pure speculation on my part. But they are a type of studio that they work on like smaller projects, and they release them a bit earlier or more often, if you know what I mean. So we'll see how that goes. Also, on when it comes to these smaller projects, we may still see some surprises. Xbox may surprise us with some smaller titles too. Remember Obsidian and Pentiment? Nobody actually saw that coming until like 2-3 months before E3. We started hearing rumors about this game, and so I would not be surprised if like one of the Xbox studios announced like a smaller project, because we know that what Xbox is kind of trying to nurture right now is this kind of culture where you've got these studios working on these big IPs, but on top of that, usually they've got smaller, dedicated teams trying to figure out new games and new ideas for games, and like just like Pentiment, who knows? Like Grounded is another one that was came out of nowhere really and surprised everyone. So I would not be surprised if Xbox announced some smaller projects too and release them next year too. So and also this is not even mentioning any Xbox Game Pass new content, because obviously I focused mainly on the exclusive content, because really all the games I just spoke about are going to be exclusive to Xbox, well, except Fallout 4 update. Actually, I don't even know if Fallout update is going to be available for other platform than Xbox and PC. I don't know. I mean, but I guess it makes sense to release it for PlayStation 5 too, because it's an old game anyway. But so except really Call of Duty and Fallout 4 update, all these games are exclusive, or will be exclusive when they arrive. And but don't forget, there's still going to be quite a lot of content, Xbox content. And obviously I don't want to talk about like exclusive content, because all the stuff I just spoke about, that's going to be in Game Pass day one for the most part, right? And but I'm talking about some Xbox Game Pass content overall, so multi-platform games too, because like even this year we've got quite a lot of good games in Game Pass, right? I mean, day one releases, and games that came to Game Pass a little bit later, but still great games. Good example is that I wanted to say Batman game, but that's not Batman. There's no Batman in that game. Not Midnight Sun. See, I forgot. Anyway, it will come back to me in a minute. Gotham Knights. There we go. So yeah, that game got added to a Game Pass out of nowhere. Nobody actually saw that coming, right? So there's still going to be plenty of different type of content. And even this year, we got quite a lot of great games when it comes to Game Pass, both multi-platform, first party, second party, probably third party multiplats. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of games to play, guys. And I'm also I did not even mention ABK, so except Call of Duty, because we know that that one game's coming. I did not say anything about Activision Blizzard games. I'm not going to talk about King because that's just mobile publisher, but we don't know. I mean, something new may come out of this deal too next year. Who knows? We know that there's a number of projects in development in Activision and Blizzard. So, but I can't really comment whether any of these new titles would be exclusive or multiplat. Some games may still be multiplat, especially if some games were in development for a long time. Who knows? But I guess it all depends on the size of project, whether or not it's games as service, because games as service usually are multi-platform because it makes sense. Single player experiences, but usually are exclusive, but there's not a lot really single player games that ABK is producing, right? Remember any first single player game from them? Not really. I mean, I guess you can say Diablo 4 and but it has a single player component to it, but it's really not. Anyway, guys, so next year is looking really, really good for Xbox. I know that we are still waiting for some of these big exclusives, like Fable, like Perfect Dark, and we still don't know what's going on with Indiana Jones. That game has been in development for a while now too, right? And I guess we can just speculate, but I guess let's just stop right there. So plenty of great games coming next year to Xbox from first party and third party developers, and obviously Xbox Game Pass will just add even more value to when it comes to new games and stuff, right? So guys, that's the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about it. What games are you really looking forward seeing from Xbox first party next year? Let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care.